Welcome everyone to my channel Space Remote Sensing and GIS. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic as many people is requesting me. I thought it was very simple topic, so that I ignored, but that simple topic also very useful for the many people around the world. So that is how we are going to create a geodatabase, or you can say that when there is a existing one geodatabase, how we can add it to our present project, or there is a different technique called importing, exporting, how we can do that, how can take the data from ArcGIS online to your target geodatabase. So all these things which is very useful to start create a project and how to maintain a data into a target project. So that is very important. So that's why we are going to show you in the scratch how we can do this task. Okay, so very first things which I am going to show you now. Okay, so very first thing which I showed you here now is, suppose I have some project and I want to add that particular data folder where I kept my all the data to my project or folder. Okay, so or you can say this is my work folder and there we want to take it out. So the best way is you just right click, go to the add folder connections, and suppose this is my data products which this is a folder, so wherever the location you can go and just simply click on add. So your data will be added to your project folder. So this is how I am connecting my work folder to my project folder. So if I click save, so this folder will save under this project name which I save it here. During the opening the project, I just do the create the project, given the project name, and accordingly I just save and open the map under this. So this is already I explained in my previous video. You know how to create open a project and how to create a map. Okay, now this is the next step, like how we are going to connect my work folder to my target project. Now the next important thing is how we can add the data to the map. So there is, you see here under this we have a different types of folder which will be there. So under this we have one Hawaii folder, so I just expand it. Okay, so and you see this is my target folder where I have a lot of data sets. So here I already created this folder. So what we'll do to represent to, first I will delete this Hawaii Geodatabase. So from the fresh I can open it. Okay, so I will permanently delete this old file so that I can show you how to open it. So this is also a learning process, like how you can delete your old geodatabase to your existing folder. Now you see we have three different types of data. One is a park. I can simply drag and drop. This is the one process we already discussed before. Okay, another process is you can simply just right click over the data and click on add to the current map. So that is also how you can add a data to the map. Okay, and you see there is another one. Okay, so wait, you can add like map, you can go to the data, add data. Okay, and wherever you have your target data, so from there also you can open directly. So this is suppose I am going to be like this. I can go with the PW training. Okay, and suppose I have my data sets over here. I can simply show you how we can add this data to the map. This is the another way we can add this data to our map. So this is the street lines. Okay, so you see here, so we have the, I just switch off these two as of now. Okay, so we have the parks. So if I just right click and zoom to layer, so I can focus only over this park area. So this is the first way how you can add your work folder, and from the work folder how can you can go inside your folder, and how can you add a shape file to the map. So this is the one type of the file which we are actually did. So if you want to save this project as of now, so you can simply click on the save map, so your project will be saved up to this level. Now the next level, what we'll do, we were basically adding a geodatabase to the feature class to the map. Okay, so next we will add a geodatabase feature class to this particular map, so we can add the geodatabase data to the map using the same methods. Okay, that we are actually used for the shapefile. So we can create a direct connections to the geodatabase in the ArcGIS Pro that is actually similar to the folder connections, okay, which are allow you to quickly access the geodatabase. So let's see how to going to do that. Okay, so see here we have one Geodatabase. Okay, and I want to add a Geodatabase folder. See here under the database there is no connection. This is a by default Geodatabase. So but you want to add suppose this Geodatabase, or you want to create a new Geodatabase. So before connection a new Geodatabase, you can connect the existing Geodatabase to this database folder. So every time you need to go to the folder, then that folder, then again the folder, then again you have to go to Geodatabase. So that is not required. Suppose I can go and add the database over here. Okay, and wherever my target Geo folders will be there, I can directly go over there and we can directly open, or you can say this this Ohio, and once I will select this, okay, and then simply click on OK, and see this is the Ohio database which is added, and this is the same database which you seen over there. Okay, so that is, you see here under this database whatever the datasets will be there, this is the same connections will be there. So now if you want to connect these two, you can drag and drop, and you can take these datasets over here also. See this two, I can simply drag and drop, and this will be added to my thing. Now how to understand which is coming as a shape file, which is coming as a from the Geodatabase, because here you see it is coming here as by order. You see here list by the drawing order, this is coming. But if you want to see them from the source, the best way is you can come this, and you can see here it will going to show you all the source from where these datasets are actually coming. Okay, so this is the another process which you can connect your data service in a proper way. So some you can understand like few data sets which is coming from ArcGIS Online. So you see here is online services, this data is coming, and this is also a data which is coming from a Geodatabase, and this is a shape file directly from the folder. These data sets are coming. Okay, so this is how the categorize, and according to their source you can understand the data process. Okay, now the next is how can we add some data from ArcGIS Online. So see here there is a various process you can add a data in ArcGIS Online also. Like for that I will show you the one process. Like if I go in the map, okay, so new map if I add, and I will show you over the another map, or one thing you can do, you can search from the ArcGIS Online directly to open this map. So no required to open. Suppose here you have the portal, and here you have the living atlas. So before accessing the living atlas data, one thing you remember, you need to log in with your ID and password. Okay, so that is the very important things which you need to do. So once you do that, then suppose some few data which is called incident data sets which will be freely available in ArcGIS Online. So that also you can access, or you can access the different type of satellite image which I have already explained in my previous video. That also you can check. So KI suppose so let's see if there is there is one imagery data of the max. Okay, so max is an incident imagery high resolution image which is there. So this is already as a map is there, so no need to open a map here. So because it is saved as a map, so you can just simply add and open the map. So once you click the add and open, you need to wait to adding this data to the particular map. Okay, so you see here it is already coming add and open. So let's wait to see the result. See, this map is opening. So we will wait for a few more seconds to see this map. See, this is a maxer image with a very high resolutions image with a very different types of bands will be there, which is very suitable to understand this type of volcanic eruptions which you see here. Here we have a different bands like near infrared bands. Okay, so this is a shortwave infrared bands, this is a natural color bands, and this is, you can see the before fire activity. This is the present, that before image, and this is the image during the you can see the eruptions. Maybe this is the smokes, and the advantage is when you go with the shortwave infrared, you can clearly visible the lava flow. Okay, so that is the advantage over here, and this is the lava flow which is visible under this. Okay, so why I'm showing this thing, this is because sometime you require some incident data from your analysis. Okay, and you need to search and download. So best way is you can simply come to your this living atlas. Okay, and from here you can access many data sets, this kind of incident data which is freely available, which you can access also. Okay, so now we can go back to our old demonstrations. So if you see here up to this, we just simply add a folder, we understand the connections. Okay, so now we will start and show you from the scratch, like if I want to create a geodatabase. Okay, and in the geodatabase will be related to my project, and in that project how can I will integrate the data from the different locations to my target GDP. Okay, so that is why the demonstrations which we're going to do it now. So if you see here in the Hawaii, we just going to create a new geodatabase. So I'm just simply right click, go to the folder geodatabase. So that what we can do. Okay, I'm just going to do that, like file geodatabase. All we know in ArcGIS Pro we have options for file geodatabase only. So let's wait to add the geodatabase will come. So yes, this is came. So you can rename this geodatabase. So that is I given name as a Hawaii data. Okay, so this is my database which is empty now. You see, if I expand this also, no datasets will be there inside. Okay, now if you see, if you observe, this is the database which I created, and see by default automatically the database is added to my database only, because this is my project database, and whatever the folder connection which I already did one time. Okay, so now automatically it will come here. Okay, so that is the main advantage. So let's see how we're going to populate the geodatabase. Okay, so transfer data between the geodatabase. So first options which I'm going to explain you how to transferring the data from one geodatabase to the another geodatabase. Okay, so that is the first things which I'll show you. Like if my data sets will be there in a one geodatabase, I can select this. Okay, and I just right click, I can go to copy, or I select it, I can right click and simply paste it. So that is also I can do, or I can simply drag and drop also I can do. So whatever you feel good, you can simply do that. Okay, but this is the process of to transferring data from one geodatabase to the another geodatabase using the copy paste method, because and this copy paste was only going to work when your data already there in one geodatabase. If it is a shape file, it will not going to work directly. So if it is a shape file, then how we can transfer our data to my target GDP. So this is the next process which I'm going to demonstrate now. That technique we also known as import technique. Okay, so there is a different options will be there to do the importing. Okay, so if you see here, this is my Hawaii data. So if I just right click and go to the import and the feature classes, so this is the one way we can do the importing. Or there is the other process also, like simply using the feature class to the geodatabase tool, then also you can simply do that. Okay, but as of now I am going to do this process. Okay, feature class to geodatabase. You can search this tool, come to the analysis, and there also you can do the same process. Okay, but this advantage is, you know, when you are doing the importing, you need not to select the manually any file, you need not to select manually, directly you can take. But anyway, I just simply select this suppose the street central line. Okay, so I want to send it to my target database. So that's only what I selected here. Okay, so we can send the multiple database also, that I will show you now. Okay, so I can simply send this street file into my target database, so which I already transferred. So let's wait for the results. And you can see here now there is a street, there is a new street lines which is also coming. Okay, so let's wait and add this file. So now you see under this particular database, so this is the street file which is already came here. You can simply drag and drop these files so that you can see this street is also added to the map. So this is the one process. Now there is another process, like if you want to import the multiple files. Okay, so multiple shape files suppose you have, so then how you can transfer the multiple feature class, okay, multiple shapefile to your target GDB. The process is also same, just the only thing I will show you with this so that you can understand. Like, see here also you can type feature class to Geodatabase. Okay, so Geodatabase. Okay, so this same tool. Okay, so you can recall from this particular place also. Now the same process, you need to go to the folder and you have to recall the multiple shape files which you want to send to your target GDB. So this is the shape files. Okay, so you see here we have suppose more number of shape files. So select the first one, okay, and then go to the last one, click shift in your laptop and then just click on the last one. So automatically select all and then click on OK. So this also you see, the thing is here if you right click and directly import, then you need not to select the geodatabase. But when you are doing the manual process, you need to select the geodatabase manually. Okay, so see here, this is what I am just going to select. Okay, this is a Hawaii GDB which I created. So simply click on OK. Now the source will be taken. Okay, the process and differences you understand. If you directly do the import to directory folder, so your output is already selected. But when you are doing from the searching the tool and then you are doing this, then you need to show the output folder where you want to keep your data. So now this thing is very easy. Just you simply click on the run and you'll see all your data will directly go to your target GDB. So let's wait for the results and then I will show you in the GDB all these data sets is transferred or not. Is still going on. Just to inform you like why we are doing this thing, like we have multiple shape files, why we need to send to the GDB. See, the thing is the geodatabase, the main advantage is when you create a geodatabase, that time the advantage is you can run a topology over your geodatabase. So during the project submission time, usually what we do, suppose most of the time we usually work with the shape files. But in the shape files, whatever the manual errors which is actually creating is very difficult to identifying manually when you have a large number of data sets. So during that time, what we do, we just simply transfer our data which is as a shape files directly to the geodatabase. Under a geodatabase, we transfer it under a geodatasets. So how to create geodatasets, that I already explained in my topology video. I will request you please see and watch that particular video. So there, once you transfer those data under a geodata sets, then only you can create a topology over all this layer, and whatever the target error which you want to understand, you can create a rule under a topology and then run it again over this particular layer which you are targeted, or multiple layer also you can create or run a topology and it will identifying those errors. Okay, so it is very easily to search the errors and correct it. So that is the reason this importing exporting the process is very important. And you see here finally, and here you see all my data which I transferred to my target GDB, it came directly. Now there is one more type. So see, we understand how to transfer the Geodatabase feature class to your target GDB. We understand how to transfer the shape file to my target GDB. We understand how to transfer the multiple shape files to my GDB. Now we will see how to convert or how to transfer a table or tabular data to our target GDB. So here you see we have one Geodatabase already with us. Okay, so if you want, you can directly right click, okay, and then from here also you can export these data sets. Okay, so our best is another process I will show you. It's very easy. You can simply drag and drop to this, just right click on this. Okay, so just wait for a minute. Yeah, you just need to right click on this, go to the data and export the table. So this is the best way and easy way to do that. Now go to your target GDB which you created. Okay, so under that, see Hawaii GDB, you can select this and you can give a name like zone disk. Okay, so I can simply click on OK. So now if I see here, there is no table file. So now once I will click OK here, so see after some time there is a one zone disk means table file also will going to add. Okay, you see here, now you see zone disk, this is the another tabular data also added to my file. So this is the best practice to import all your target informations which is related to a project to put it in a one GDB, okay, so that you can do the analysis. And some cases, suppose you want some data which I need to take from ArcGIS online, suppose boundary or something, so that also you can access. So this is the you can go in a portal, okay, in the living atlas which I showed you for the raster data transformation. So similarly you can search some data which will be available over here, okay, and accordingly you can search this and add this data set to the map. So let's see if there is any kind of data sets will be there or not, and then I will add it to the map. Okay, so for that, suppose I need to search some data sets which is be available over here, okay, in my living atlas, which is also freely available. Then only you can add it and transfer it to the GDB. So let's see, take one example, like I will search some data like age I1, okay, home, lands. So this is the way I search a single data. And you see this is the layer file which is available. You see here which a layer which is freely available. So I'm just going to add to the current map. So you see here, once I click the add to the current map, see these are the data sets which is added directly to my map. Now this is source is ArcGIS Online. What I need to do, I want to transfer this data to my target GDB. So target GDB is my Hawaii GDB. So how to transfer? Just simply right click on this, go to the data, click on the export feature, and see in the output feature class wherever my target GDB will be there, I can going to transfer this particular data set. So let's go to the place where I have my data sets. Okay, so just give me a few minutes and see this here. I can give this name of this particular data which I want, okay, and I can save it accordingly. What is my target name? Suppose I give a name of like this, home. Okay, so this is the name I given. Okay, now you see my data is ready to transfer to my target GDB. I can simply click on OK, and it is taking a little bit of time as it is downloading from the internet. It is depends on your internet connections. If your connection is fine, then it will download very fast and you will see a new data. So you can stop this. You can see still these data sets will be there. You just remove it and check this data will come in your geodatabase or not. Okay, so if you see here, this is the OYO homelands data which is taken from ArcGIS Online and it is directly saved to your GDB. And this is the starting of any project. Like before starting any project, okay, you want to save the data. So this is the right process to integrate all the data sets into a geodatabase, because finally when you are going to submit your data sets, then you have to check the topology errors over the each and every layer which you are submitting. Okay, so this is the right process. So once you click on the save, so this full project will be saved. Okay, so this is the total explanations of about what is how to create a geodatabase, how to transfer a data from one geodatabase to another geodatabase, then the importing process like shapefile to the geodatabase, then the multiple shapefiles how we're going to import in the geodatabase. Okay, then we also learn about the exporting techniques. Okay, so there is another process which also maybe I missed. So that is basically the exporting. So both I showed you actually the importing process. Okay, so that is nothing, just like suppose this is the Hawaii GDB, so that time we can click over the import option feature class. Another one is suppose here I want to transfer this particular parks. Okay, suppose this is the park is I think it is not there. Okay, so suppose I want to transfer to my target GDB. So what I will do, so just right click, okay, click on the export and click this export shapefile feature class. Okay, see here the input you need not to give out here. Okay, only the feature class output that you need to select, that's all. Just like if you come here, okay, and whatever your target GDBs will be there. Okay, so you can select that particular locations to save. So this is the Hawaii GDB suppose, and I am sending to transfer this file like known as the parks. Suppose simply click on OK, And see here, if there is no parks earlier, now I am exporting this particular feature to my target GDP. Okay, so importing also you can do, or exporting also you can do. So I didn't show you the export process, so that's why I'm now showing you the export process. So if you just right click and the refresh, okay, so here you see, here now you can find the parks. See here, now the parks is also there in under your target GDP. So this is all about the full explanations about the Geodatabase, feature class, importing, exporting. Okay, I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please share this video with the others, and please give your comments. Okay, I hope I will meet you with the next video with the next week. Thank you very much all.